Hey everyone, and welcome to our updates on September 24th, 2023. So this morning is a very wet morning with areas of rain pushing into the west and south, and you can see that it's been brought along by this huge, massive clouds extending to our west and southwest through the Atlantic. So if we move the sequence forward, we can see that this morning, if it were lows, the cloud has been streaming in from the southwest, bringing some heavy rain to the south and west, and that is seen on the radar there and there. There's an error, a glitch, as I said, over Munster, but it's raining there as well. And I'll say that on one of these lines, down like this one here, or that one, there is an intense score line that will be moving eastwards later today. So, as a result of this rainfall, we have several warnings in force, both orange and yellow, for various regions in the south, southeast, and northwest. First of all, we've got an orange warning for rain for Waterford, and that is for intense rain over a short period of time. So our impacts are flooding, poor visibility, and hazardous driving conditions. Valid today from midday, and it will expire at 6 p.m. And we also have an orange warning for Galway and Mayo, again for rainfall. So same impacts, but valid from 1 p.m. till 5 p.m. So it's 2 hours shorter than the warning for Waterford. Also, we got more yellow warnings for rainfall. The first one for South Leinster and East Munster, and this is for heavy rain with strong gusty winds, with the highest rainfall accumulations on hills and mountains, localized flooding, poor visibility, and disruption to travel. Valid today from 9 a.m, so that is well and truly in force now, and it will be valid till 6 p.m. And again, a warning for Donegal, Galway, Mayo, and Sligo in the northwest. Same impacts, valid today at 11 a.m, and it will last till 8 p.m. So it starts 2 hours later and ends 2 hours later than the warning for the southeast. And to round it off, we've got a wind warning for East Munster and South Leinster. So very strong and gusty southerly winds, especially near coasts and on high ground. Valid from 3 p.m. today to 7 p.m. today. So just 4 hours of strong winds on the cold front. With that out of the way, let's look at these all the rainfall and all the winds that's coming and temperatures with the UKV high-res model. Okay, so we can see that today started off dry, bar a few showers over the northwest. But this morning we're seeing this front pulse northwards to bring this rain northwards over wide areas of the country by midday. It may dry up briefly towards the southeast before some more fronts gather pace, and you can see the score line moving into the west by about 2 p.m. And the rain will gradually push it eastwards, as well as that very intense score line you can see pushing towards the Midlands by 4 p.m. and the East Coast by 6 p.m, clearing by 6 or 7 p.m. So that whole lot clears away. A very wet day, especially in those warning areas in the northeast and in the northwest and the southeast. There we go. It all clears away this evening, and tonight should be drier anyway. But some showers will move in towards the west and Midlands towards the early hours in the morning. These showers will last into the morning hours, but I think that tomorrow should see them largely dying off by around lunchtime. And tomorrow afternoon is quite dry with clouds and sunshine, but with a few showers possibly forming towards the Midlands in the afternoon. Now we go to Tuesday, and Monday night starts dry, But we see an active cold front coming towards the west coast by about 2 a.m. And the rain does push eastwards, and a score line is embedded in that cold front. So again, in the east, in the morning, rush hour, do be aware that there could be a line of very intense rain and strong winds while you're driving to work or school. That clears eastwards by lunchtime, and showers follow. These could be heavy and thundery, so those need watching. As the winds will be coming in from a westerly or southwesterly direction, they will have some energy and some moisture with them, so that may fuel the showers into some storms as well. Into Wednesday, this system needs a very close eye kept on it, and you'll know this if you've been watching my videos over the past few days. This system looks severe. Now, on this latest run, it has been downgraded slightly, but I think that it would still warrant naming and an orange warning at least. We can see a very active band of rain moving in on Wednesday morning and afternoon. That clears away. Could be a score line on that as well. And after that, that low just comes in. It's rain wraps around it, and very strong winds, especially on the eastern and southern flank of that low. Wind speeds in a second. Then into Thursday, that whole system clears away to reveal quite a nice day on Thursday. That is until a cold front moves in from the west again, and it clears away to, I think, showers on Friday. So let's backtrack to Wednesday at 3 a.m. and put the wind gusts on. Okay, so you can see that by Wednesday at 3 a.m. winds are strengthening, especially in Munster, getting towards 40 to 50 miles per hour. That's between 60 and 80 kph. They move northwards and eastwards. So by lunchtime Wednesday, gusts on the east coast between 60 and 70 miles per hour. That is between 96 and 112 kph. Inland and the north, a bit lighter, but still gusty. But it's over Munster where we're seeing gusts between 60 and possibly 80 miles per hour on the coast. 80 miles per hour is close to 130 kph, so that would be severe. And these winds do transfer inland and northwards into the afternoon. So by like 6 p.m, in the Midlands, from like Clare to Meath, gusts between 60 and 70 miles per hour. Those are very strong gusts for inland areas. And of course, September, trees in fall leaf. So that means that strong winds can create disruption more easily. So this does need a very close eye kept on it. I'd say if this verifies, we'd probably be seeing an orange warning, definitely naming, and possibly a red warning on the southwest coast, as gusts there do get very strong for a time, Wednesday lunchtime to Wednesday afternoon. And the whole system does clear away, but even by Thursday at midnight, very gusty, especially in the north. So the temperatures, I'm looking at this. So temperature forecasts. So today, highest temperatures with this southwesterly flow and the rainfall, obviously not feeling that great, but that will bring in the milder moist air. So temperatures getting towards 15 to 16 degrees quite widely, possibly 17 degrees in a few areas. Tonight, we'll see temperatures lowering, of course, as it's dark, but also because that cold front will clear eastwards to allow some cooler air from the west. So between 13 and 14 at night, but not really so cold. Tomorrow, highest temperatures about 15 to 17 degrees, very similar to today's values actually. And Tuesday, we'll see quite a mild night as a result of the cloud and winds and rain moving in from the west. So we're talking about 13 to 15 degrees. And then into Wednesday morning, quite a cold morning in the north, about 7 to 10 degrees, but further south, 10 to 13. That is with rain, I'd say, on that storm system. Wednesday at 3 p.m, mid mid-teens, high teens in the north. That is probably because of that warm sector moving in. And then into Thursday, we see 10 to 11 degrees. Thursday afternoon, 14 to 17 degrees. And then into Friday, quite a cold morning, 8 to 11 degrees. Coolest in the east. So this is the GFS midnight run. So this is showing. Today we've got that very wet wind from the southwest. Into tomorrow, the wind goes from westerly, so it's drier, but with some showers. Into Tuesday, we see a front moving in again from the west, and that does renew the rain and the winds. But look at that low just to the northeast. That low is just to the northeast of the Azores by Tuesday at 6 p.m. And that is being caught up in that jet stream and blown up into a real storm. So by Wednesday at midday, that storm is centred over County Mayo, I think, and violent winds are moving in. That clears off, and we go off into a showery run of winds from the west. Beyond that, into October, high pressure is trying to ridge closer to us from the south, so it goes drier, a bit warmer, but still the lows are trying to attack from the west and northwest, and in the end they succeed in doing so. So we go back into a westerly flow with more lows coming in right till the 10th of the month. The ECMWF run, this is showing westerly winds into tomorrow, followed by a cold front on Tuesday morning. That brings some rain, but then showers on Tuesday afternoon. That low is caught up in the jet stream by Wednesday at 6 a.m. And that moves a bit further south, so crossing from Kerry to Dundalk, I'd say, throughout Wednesday. So the strongest winds this time on the south coast. So this low's track is still yet to be identified and confirmed, but that low is coming for sure, I'd say, on Wednesday. Into October then, we see that high trying to ridge up from the south, and it succeeds briefly before being pushed away. The UK Met Office run. Let's look at this now. So we see the rain getting pushed away today, followed by showers tomorrow, followed by more rain on Tuesday. That low, really severe storm there, just north of the Azores by Tuesday at 6 p.m. This really moves close to us by Wednesday, and this moves from, I think it goes into County Galway towards Donegal. So this one is further north than the ECM, but further south of the GFS run. So that brings the Midlands and South some severe winds, and then after that, we do see it go a bit drier. And this is the GEM. So let's look at this. Let's see what it's showing. So again, we know what's happening. It's staying showery and wet until Tuesday. This low is caught up in the jet stream by Wednesday at 6 a.m. That shoots northeastwards over the centre of the country. So strongest winds on the GEM on the south coast. That centre of the low will actually have light winds as it moves eastwards. Beyond that, we see the heights rising for the start of October. It goes warmer with a southerly flow, but after that, the high maintains actually, bringing a dry spell. This is the icon, which is the midnight run. I don't want this. I'm running out of time. Okay, so we know what's happening up until Tuesday. That low is caught up in the jet stream. That actually tracks from Cork to Dublin. So the strongest winds are limited to the southeast on Wednesday, actually. And then that clears off to allow some drier and warmer weather into the weekends. Warmer, but possibly not that dry, actually. That low is still quite close. And to round it all off, this is the arpège. And we see that cold front on Tuesday, that kink in the ice bars, followed by that storm on Wednesday. That takes it from Kerry or Cork to Dublin or Meath. So again, strongest winds in the southeast of Leinster. So, still uncertain. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.